Yo, what's going on, guys? Your boy Putting Montana, and in this video, we're going to be going over how to find... You thought I wasn't going to have the webcam on? Man, please. But in this video, we're going to go over how to find your offense in Madden 24. Yesterday's video, we went over how to find your defense. In this video, we're going to go over how to find your offense day one in Madden 24. You are going to need these 5 things if you are going to have a successful offense in Madden 24 and 25 and 26. Any Madden, these videos are going to be longevity videos where you guys are going to be able to find your offense no matter what. Now, before I get into it, if you guys are new to the channel, do not forget to hit that subscribe button, like the video. Actually, matter of fact, I'm just going to shut the webcam off and head over to my other scene. Subscribe, like, Noti gang, Noti gang, Noti gang. You guys already know the vibes. If you're back for another one, FTA, comment down below. FTA for the algorithm. It helps push these videos to more and more people. I'm going to try not to talk a lot, but there's more points than yesterday's video. So we're going to get right into it, man. And number one thing, if you guys are looking for your offense in Madden 24, is the ability to block. Yes, it needs the ability to block, and that's why people that come out in under center formations, they usually get destroyed because they have to make their reads so fast that eventually they do end up making a mistake. You cannot block in an empty set unless you motion in your tight end to motion block them or to get them set down to actually have, 6 blockers on the field. You need that potential. Now, that's one of the reasons why bunch will always be a very good formation. Now, I'm gonna drop a nice little hint here, a nice little tip for those of you guys who are looking for a really good formation, and why bunch is always one of the best. Now, you can no longer block in bunch, right? So what makes bunch still a very good formation? Well, it's the fact that the bunch side here, it kind of prevents and stops the blitzers from pretty much getting a free release straight to the quarterback on that bunch side. Plus, we can always block our running back on the left side. So if they blitz off the right side, they end up getting kind of bumped here. And then we're also blocking the running back, which adds extra protection for your offense to pretty much have a little bit of extra time to get a playoff. Again, blocking is a huge, huge, huge thing in Madden, and if you don't have a team that's willing to block or a formation that is able to block, you're going to end up being on the bad side of things when it comes to Madden. I think this is one of the most important things. That's why it's number 1 on my list. And it's also why under center offenses are so difficult to master, because the blocking assignments end up being different than shotgun. Shotgun is pretty simple. You hop in a formation, you block the running back, you slide protect the other way, and you're almost blocking 90% of the blitzes that are in the game. Easy, simple. Now, number two is a crucial one. You're going to need a deep crosser or a corner that A, gets above a cloud flat or curl flat, and B, they need to beat man coverage in some kind of way. Crossers do a very good job at doing that, but again, I'm in bunch, so let's go ahead and call a corner play that destroys man coverage. So we're just going to simply run a flood concept on that right side. We don't even need it because we're looking to beat the man coverage here. As we do, flowers, absolute laser, absolute dot. That's exactly what we want. We want to be able to beat man coverage or get above any cloud flat that you see on the field. This is one of those situations where if we pass led this up, we would have got the same animation, and we would have been able to sit there and be above at least a 5, 10, 15, about a 15, 20 yard cloud flat. We would have been able to be above that. And that, again, when you're hitting your flat patterns and stuff like that, that creates an offense. That is, you're working towards creating an offensive scheme that will start to dominate your opponent. Crossers are the same thing. If I was in another playbook, I'd be able to hop into PA boot over out of bunch tight end, which I said is going to be one of the best offenses in Madden 24. And that's another one. You're going to be able to sit there and use those crossing patterns while you're on the run and throwing absolute lasers above cloud flats. And that's exactly what you need. You're going to be able to beat man coverage out of that, and you're going to be able to beat zones out of that as well. So again, number 2, deep crosser or corner that gets above deep clouds or curl flats and beats man coverage. Now, number 3 is more of a complicated situation, but you're going to need a levels concept and a flood concept on both sides of the field. So a levels concept, you're trying to beat somebody with a high-low kind of situation. Now, what I mean by that, I'm going to try to find one in this formation. Let's look at the trail play here. And I'm just going to call cover 4 drop contain. The trail play here kind of has that high-low read, but they're going towards the same side, which is going to make this play a little bit difficult. So I'm just going to put Cooper Kupp, and I'm going to put him on an in route. Now, high-low read. What I mean by that is you need a read that the user, right? So say this is the user, that the user here is going to need to have to choose whether he's going to guard the high or the low. What is he going to guard? And you need to be able to run this consistently, because a lot of the times you got people that'll play their defense, and if they're playing a defense like bunch, they'll run something like this where they're double mabling the bunch side, which means that with their user, the middle of the field is going to end up being a little bit more open than the sides, because obviously they have 2 extra zones out on the sides just to stop your play, your corner routes, your vertical route. They're going to have enough people to sit there and try to guard that. But with this situation, you're going to be able to sit there and pick a high-low. The high read is open, and we simply make a read. That's going to be something that you need to do. Now, a flood concept, if I go ahead and call timeout here, I actually probably could have did it because I have Hot Route Master, but a good play in bunch that has that is Z spot and go. Z spot and go is going to be a lot of the zone coverage that you see in this game. So I'm just going to call cover 4 contain. And simple concept. You have a streak, boom. You have a corner, boom, and you have a flat pattern. If their flat patterns are, if their flat zones are going above that 10-yard mark, you're going to end up hitting your tight end as soon as you get hit. If not, you wait for the zone to open up, and as you can see, you have a nice little laser there. Now, the KO knocked that out, which is perfectly fine, but just showcasing how open he got on that route. So the flat pattern, like I said, if he goes above that 10-yard mark, you're going to end up hitting that quick and early to get your yardage in. And then if not, as you can see, he gets above that. So you have both routes open on this flood concept, and you're good to go. Very, very easy. Very easy concept, but you're gonna have to have that on both sides of the field. So the reason why I picked this playbook right now, because this is the best playbook in the game. So one of the easiest flood concepts that people ran all year is bench. Bench is one of the easiest ones to run because you have a flat and a corner route that are going to be hitting the field nonstop. So if the flat is open, you can hit them. If the corner is open, you can hit him almost immediately. If you see that other guy isn't there, you can click on, and as you can see, makes life easy. You need to have that on both sides of the field. Now, obviously, if you guys want that extra protection, you can put that streak up there, and X should be a little bit more open than he was that last play. As you can see, laser, the dead eye hits, and you're able to do that. Now, you have to find this in multiple different formations, because in this year's Madden, you're going to have to audible around a lot so that you're not calling the same plays, so the defense doesn't get used to your plays. Again, the adaptive AI is an absolute game changer if it happens to be in head-to-head games. Now, gun tight offset was one of the best because you can sit there and use these flood concepts against anything pretty much. Now, the next thing on this list that I think is just as important as anything else is a very good short yardage play or a run play. There's a lot of people that do nothing but pass in Madden, and for those people, you need a very good short yardage play to throw opponents off guard. Now, one of the best plays in the game was this wheel spot play, right? Because if they're blitzing heavy, you can hit this route immediately and almost always get yardage on people. You can catch people off guard if they're blitzing too heavy. The amount of things that you could do with that play was amazing. It was crazy. You could do a lot. You could hit them with the slant post combo. Again, bringing up the levels concept. Slant post is one of the most important combinations in the game that you will ever have to run. But again, having a short yardage play forces your opponent to start hard flatting, to start bringing their zones and everything all the way underneath to try to guard those plays. So that's why you need those. Now, to bring up the run situation, 0-1 trap. That is it was one of the best run games in the game, and it's one of the reasons that it made this gun tight offset one of the best formations in the game, hands down. And then you add the super X factors, and then your game ends up turning 10 times better simply because that first tackle you're breaking off almost every single time, which made your day a little bit easier than it was. Now, granted, my team is absolutely stacked still. I did not sell anything off before Madden, but as you can see, you need those plays to gear your opponent up to start trying to guard those underneath routes and to play a little bit more shallow, which leads me to number 5. Something that every formation needs is the ability to throw a bomb. Now, what I mean by that, I'm not talking about no crazy. I'm talking about like a bomb over the top of the defense. Now, in gun tight offset, it had obviously one of the best PA shot seams, which all you had to do was take square or X if you guys are on Xbox and put them on a streak, and you pretty much had almost a that was a little underthrown there, but you had, this is probably the best play in the game, PA shot seams. For some reason, playing online and people running this, it ended up being one of the most frustrating things to run in the game. Now, that guy's got a KO right now, and that's the only reason he actually guarded that. But if you didn't play this play at all in Madden, you didn't play Madden at all. This was literally the most overused play in all of Madden. If you played Madden at all, you know exactly what I'm talking about. This was the most used play in Madden. Why? Because you were able to get one play touchdowns over and over and over and over and over again. It was very, very frustrating. And besides that being one of the best plays, gun tight offset wasn't just the best because of that specifically. Again, you can call this play right here, this Y out swing, and end up having a coverage beater with this. So just to showcase that this is another formation this is a formation that you can be that successful with. Another coverage beater. Easy. And you need all these things to have the best offenses in the game. There is not a pro player, competitive player that ran an offense that didn't include these different things in their system. They had the run play, they had the short yardage play, they had the levels concept, they had everything that you needed. Now, again, before I get out of here, I'm going to talk about the levels concept one more time, because the slant post combo is definitely something that you guys need to have in your scheme. So something like this, and I'll talk about this more once the game actually drops. The slant post combo, it will always be a cornerstone to competitive Madden. You need a post, a slant, and a streak. Now, you want the streak on the short side of the field because you want the post to go towards that side, because you're creating what? Not only a high-low read here, you got the low read here and the high read here, but you're also having the post go to the short side, creating a flood concept. So again, I'm not even gonna run this. Actually, I'll run it one time just for the video's sake. Oh, I actually set a blitz there. So, but that is gonna be one of the best combinations that you guys can have in your Madden repertoire if you guys want to become as good as possible. This is how you find your offense in Madden 25. I'll go over the keys one more time. The ability to block was number 1. A crosser or corner that gets above a cloud flat or beats man coverage. Levels concept and flood concept on both sides of the field. A run play or short yardage play to throw your opponents off guard. And a bomb to get over the top of the defenses once they start adjusting to number 4. My name is Tony Montana, man. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully you guys take a little bit of knowledge from this video and apply it to Madden 24. But I'll see you guys in the next one, man. As always, 2 fingers, deuces, and peace out, you guys.